Hey bookworms, welcome back to my channel and to another review. My voice sounds a little wonky today. I do have a sore throat, but we'll get over it together. Anyway, today I'll be talking about the greatly discussed, greatly Instagrammed, greatly hauled, whatever, The Good Daughter by Karin. I honestly don't think this book is really overhyped or anything like that. I just think that there are a lot of Karin fans out there that were really just very happy to see another book by her. That's why so many people talked about it. Anyway, I'm also jumping on a bandwagon, as I said in my last haul, and decided to read myself this book, so here we are today. The Good Daughter by Karin. This book starts 20 years in the past, where a family is going through an awful tragedy which leaves the remaining surviving members of said family deeply scarred both emotionally and physically. 20 years later, in the present and in the same small Georgia town, one of those characters from this 28 years flashback is witnessing a crime where two people are being killed. Now, at first it doesn't really look like a mystery because we all know who the killer is, but we also know that something is not right. And both this character and we, the readers, feel that there is more to the story and an entire layer of truth that needs to be uncovered. I hope this makes sense to you because this is one of those cases where the less you know about the characters and the plot, the better. This is the second book by Karin that I've read, the first one being Criminal, and if you're interested, I did a review on that. I will link it somewhere here. Basically, my feelings about this book are pretty similar to my feelings about the previous book, Criminal. It's a very interesting, very fast-paced book written by an author who's very knowledgeable about, well, pretty much everything. This time it's mostly the court system, which is actually both good and bad, but in order to be a bit more organized, let me first talk about the positive things and then I'll get to the negative. First of all, we do have, and excuse me for repeating myself, a trashy thriller done right. This is also how I described Criminal. I feel like Karin books are not the most amazing, deep, profound books out there, but they're clearly written with a lot of effort put into them. You have a full story with interesting character, it's a very interesting mystery, it's not just a body being found, who the killer is, sort of a plot. We have a killing, we know who did that, we just don't know exactly why, and we know that something isn't right here. We know that there is another thing, another motive, or something that we need to uncover. Thrillers are something that we have an abundance of, and I do appreciate Karin for trying to do something unique. So yes, basically this book has quality and you'll enjoy it in the 2 days it will take you to finish it. The story also delves into the aftermath of death, of what happens to the family of the deceased. I have to warn you, some parts of this book are really sad. It has some very heartbreaking moments in it, and ironically, we don't get it a lot in this death-filled genre. Also, this book is a little more family drama about the disaster that happened 28 years ago and a little less about solving a mystery. But this, much like other things in this book, is neither good nor bad. It just depends on your references and what you like to read about. As for negatives, I feel like I'm a little bit of nitpicking, but there were a few things that bothered me. First off, I do feel that generally speaking, this book was a little too long. For example, this thing that happened 28 years ago, they keep going back to it in flashbacks, and each time it's from a different person's point of view or they're adding something new. But for the most part, these flashbacks just repeat themselves, and it was just too much. Same goes to Karin knowledge about the court system and lawyers and these sort of things. Her explanations of how every little thing works was just at times too much. We don't need to know every little detail. Also, some of the characters confused me at times. She goes to extreme lengths to tell us exactly how certain characters behave and about their personality, but then at certain points they behave completely different, sometimes to the extreme of feeling cartoonish. But basically this book is a really cool thriller. However, you need to know what you're getting into. This recommendation also comes with a trigger warning of rape, graphic murder, and child abuse. And as I mentioned before, some parts are just extremely heartbreakingly sad. It's also more focused about people who experience tragedy and trauma and how it affects the rest of their lives, and a little less about solving this mystery. However, it's a very interesting book, it's a fast read, and it has a very unique perspective. So if what I said before sounds like something that you'd be interested in, then great, this is the book for you. It's still not the most sophisticated detective whodunit that snobs like me would prefer, but I definitely did not feel like I was wasting my time by reading it, and I do appreciate Karin for doing something unique and different. And that's all I have to say about this book, that and, the fact that I'm losing my voice, as you can probably notice yourselves. So I will end this video here. I really appreciate you watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, by the way. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to click like and show your support. Also subscribe to my channel, share this video to the world, and also comment in the comment section what is the most unique thriller that you've ever read. Again, Bookworms, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.